G'day iRiders, my name is iRide. This is my YouTube channel, iRide Taz, but that comes as no shock to you guys because you're all my close friends, and I thank you for tuning in yet again to one of my motorcycle adventures in Tasmania, Australia.
Sir, we are very sorry. The doctors have analyzed your scans. Their verdict is unanimous. Your infliction is very serious. It is inoperable. There is only one chance of being cured.
Eat, sleep, ride, repeat. Eat, sleep, ride, repeat.
I'm out on my XR 250L Dual Sport, doing a bit of supermoto, which is code for just doing a few domestic chores, so nothing exciting. As far as tracks and adventure goes. While I was away, guys, I was in Melbourne for a few days. There's two main reasons for my trip to Melbourne, guys. One was to hang out with my family and celebrate my father's milestone birthday. Had a great time there. That was awesome. And because of where it fell on the calendar, I was able to go across a few days earlier and check out MotoGP Phillip Island, which was absolutely mind-blowingly amazing. And it was the first time I'd been to MotoGP, and my god, it was awesome. Real well organised and superb action from all three classes and the support classes, let alone everything else. So we flew across, got some great cheap airfares, flew across to Melbourne. Got public transport in, stayed at a hotel on Saturday, was absolutely pissing down with rain. The whole weekend was brutal. And even when we got up on Sunday morning, because we just went to race day, it was pissing down. The time we got to Southern Cross Station, jumped on the Firefly's catcher coach and got on the bus and got out of Melbourne. It actually ended up being relatively sunny. Wasn't warm, but at least it wasn't raining. So we arrived there on the coach. Right when the racetrack opened, we got in and we went up to Lukey Heights and we got ourselves comfortable, and very, very quickly the support races started. And then at that point we had about an hour's break, so we trundled off, got some hot drinks, got some merchandise, and then warm up for Moto 3 started, and that was awesome. My god, those things are quick. I want one. 250cc. I goddamn want one. They are so amazingly quick and so loud. I think there was like 33 of them on the track at once. Awesome. I'll try and put in some footage on top of this so you can see some of the things that I watched. And then it was warm up for Moto 2. They were the next level, my gosh. And even the speed compared to Moto 3, it's unreal. They were cracking just on 300 down the straight, and yeah, just blew my mind. And then it was warm up for the big boys, the GP bikes. And having never seen one in the flesh, they were amazing, just absolutely mind-blowing, gob-smackingly amazing. And they were doing 320, 321 down the straight. I could barely keep up. My mind was just struggling to compute how fast they were going. And then, guys, we were on Moto 3, and Moto 3 was just chaos. Accidents left, right and centre, and there's a big accident just up from where we were. And I think from memory, like 5 bikes went down, and the rescue helicopter descended. And the medic cars that were following came in, and I think 3 guys of the 5 were taken to hospital. It was quite serious, and you could just feel the tension at the entire track. Fortunately, no one was killed, and no one was severely injured. And then they did a restart. Took them 20 minutes to work out who was going to take what grid position on that restart, but they eventually got that sorted and they restarted, and Brad Binder led from go to woe as he did in the first part of the race, and world champion, absolutely awesome rider. And I've always loved Moto 3s, I've always loved the smaller capacity bikes, and gee, they didn't disappoint. It was absolutely amazing. Moto 2 took to the track almost immediately, and that was great. Lots of position swaps. Guy got pipped on the line after 27 laps. It came down to the width of a tyre, and that was, yeah, mind-blowing. Those things are amazing. And some random singer slaughtered our national anthem. Not sure who she was, but by Jesus, it was terrible. But you expect that at an event. And we were on. We were GPing. And Rossi, I love Valentino Rossi. He started at 15th on the grid, and he worked his way up, and in the end he finished second, which was an amazing achievement. Marc Marquez crashed out for realistically nothing but his own fault. He was going probably too hard considering how big a lead he got, and he low-sided it, slid out, and sort of ultimately cost him the race. But fortunately he'd already run the World Championship, so didn't cost him any points per se. I was relatively happy to see Jorge Lorenzo finish down the pack. Not a huge fan of that guy. Not sure why, just not a big fan. And when there's such a big rivalry between Rossi and Jorge Lorenzo, you got to take a side, and I've come down on side of 46, not 99. When all the dust settled, Cal Crutchlow led for a lot of the race, and he ended up taking the win by a substantial margin, and props to him. Second win this season. Seems like a great guy. Gave a few great interviews. Was very happy to see that bloke take a win. If it wasn't Rossi, then yeah, fairly happy to see Crutchlow. So all in all, just an amazing day, just mind-blowing day. Just going for a quick off-road spin, just down the road from my house. Well, I conclude the vlog. So guys, not a particularly exciting destination or adventure today. Just come back from doing a few errands on my motorcycle, and yeah, just talking about MotoGP on a dirt bike. But you get that, and I hope you enjoyed. If you could like, comment, subscribe, share, continue to support my channel, I Ride Taz, as well as you have, I'd be eternally grateful, guys. But as I cruise around trying to look for somewhere that isn't boom gate off, or turn the camera off and go around this boom gate, I ride out.